Alright, please let Jesus know that the live stream is on. Please let Lizette know that the live stream is currently available.
Some people still have like the old mentality. It should be profession. That's my honor.
All right. Casey, David.
You told me.
There are statistics. Casey, David. Your statistics. Casey, David. Jesus, if you're joining us. We're ready to work these, yeah? All right. Remember that when you do long division here, you got to fill in the x squared. If it's not there, fill it in. I had somebody ask me one time, is it supposed to be plus 0 or minus 0? It really doesn't matter, whichever one you want. All right, just put something there. X goes to x cubed, x squared times. You get x squared plus 5x. X cubed plus 5x squared. When you subtract, this becomes negative, this becomes negative. Negative 5x squared minus 2x. X goes into negative 5x squared, negative 5x times. Negative 5x squared minus 25x. When you subtract, this becomes positive, this becomes positive, this is 23x. Drop down to 3, x goes into 23x, 23 times. This is 23x plus 115. When you subtract, this becomes negative. This is negative 112, so this is minus 112 over x plus 5. So as a teacher, you ever become a teacher? If the student says, I think I know what happened, translate that to they screwed up. That's just a general rule. Like if you say, oh, I know what happened, that means they missed it.
Oh, I see. It's a 2, not a 3.
And if you write down the problem correctly, you increase your chances by a factor of 10 to get it right. Casey, what happened? Huh?
Pretty good. When I just started doing it a little longer.
Okay, but that's not what I told you to do. Come on, Iron Man. I mean, if I tell you to do it using long division, I'm being serious because here's what happens. On the test, it's going to say do long division. You're going to do synthetic division, you're going to get the shit right. I'm looking at the scratch paper and go like this. No, you didn't. Minus 5.
I can see the board.
What happened? Did you write it down wrong?
I I did feel like the first 2 times. Like I thought it was the x squared, so I like
Where?
Like what I did.
it. Like the x plus 5 and x cubed. Like,
The rest I did like right
I couldn't see it that much. So I was like,
Minus 2x?
Yeah.
So the minus 2x, you thought it was x squared.
no, the x cubed.
I was like, I got the answer wrong. What does it matter?
I don't know. I couldn't see doubles. So I was like, but yeah, I did it right the time.
Alright. Alright, we good? Now here, 1, -2, 3, -5, 1, 4, 2, 8, 11, 44, 39.
Yes, I got that.
We got that? You good? See, synthetic division is your friend. Long division, maybe not so much. All right, so here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to erase this. I'm going to give you another long division just to piss you off. Let's go x minus 6, x cubed plus 5x squared minus 4. Let's write the equation that has zeros of 0, 5, and -1/2. Write the equation there where the zeros are 0, 5, and -1/2. Tanisha, I'm coming to you, baby.
Yeah, hold on.
Couple more minutes? All right, go ahead. All right. So the probability you win is 1 in 6. Probability you lose is 5 and 6, yeah? So the probability that you buy 10 tickets and all of them lose, 5 out of 6 raised to the 10th power. Okay? At least one loses. Is 1 minus the probability that they all win. 1 minus the probability they all win. What's the probability they all win? 1 minus 1 out of 6 to the 10th power. The number one mistake I see people make is whatever number they put for this, they just drop it down right here for the at least one part. It's you got to pay attention to what it's asking. You got to pay attention to what it's asking. Alexis, you got it wrong. All right. Exactly 2 to win. Exactly 2 to win. We're going to do 10 choose 2 because we don't know which 2 we're going to win. We're going to say it's 1 in 6 to the second because that's the probability of a win, and that's winning 2 of them. And then you got to deal with the other fact that you're going to lose 8 times.
We had that.
You had that?
We had that one.
All right. Okay. All right. Any questions? Yeah.
For the last one, the bits which are on is still the same. Like let's say I rate 5, 6, 8.
No, yeah. Community property multiplication clause, you switch them around. Questions on this? Questions, comments, concerns? So yesterday I had to Alyssa, can I just say that one of the major differences, and there's probably several key differences between you and I won't list all of them, but I will list one, probably glaring one. You and I experience much of the same things in life. You just don't ask yourself statistical questions that come behind that, right? Like, for example, if you had to verify your email address, have you ever had to verify your email address? They send you the email, and then they give you a code. And then you look at the code, you got to type that code into whatever the app is or whatever. You've done this before, yeah? When you've gotten this code, have you ever thought to yourself, damn, I wonder how many different codes are possible?
No.
So you've never thought that?
No.
So yesterday when I got the Google code, it was 6 digits, and I was like, I wonder how many codes are possible. And then I started wondering, I wonder if the numbers can repeat. I wonder if the numbers cannot repeat. And then you end up with a whole new topic for class. So it's a 6-digit code. It's a 6-digit code. Each spot is a number 0 to 9. So they don't use the alphabet. So like yesterday, my code was 642721 was the code I had to type into my little app, right? So clearly the numbers can repeat because they did, right? So A, how many codes are possible? How many unique codes are possible? And B, if the numbers cannot repeat, how many codes are possible? You ready? I'm just going to work it for the purpose of the people who are watching on later, okay? So, we want to try to combine like terms, but we can't combine like terms until we distribute here and here. That's your first step. So you're going to get 4, 2x minus 3x minus 15 plus 7 equals 2 minus x minus 4. Right? Now we're combining here. We're getting 2x minus 3x is negative 1x. Okay. Minus 8 equals 2. You're distributing here and here. Minus x plus 4, yeah.
I did it wrong. I always get
Would it be?
I thought it was out of 15. 15 is 7.
22? See, the signs are different. The signs are different. You guys try. Yeah, I'm going to give you a worksheet. Do you mind doing it for me? 2 plus 4 is 6. Minus x. Okay. Add 4x. Add 4x. Negative 32 equals 6 plus 3x. Subtract 6. Subtract 6. Negative 38.
So that would be
7. You good? Let me go finish it for you. Let's try to, we got to get that in the bud. It's just going to be You'll be struggling the rest of your life trying to get this stuff right. So let's go work on, you get a sheet before we'll work on it together. Give me 1 minute, everyone. Casey, I'm coming back to you in 1 second.
Yeah, so it's 23. Okay.
Each slide has 10 digits. I know, because there's 6 digits. There's 6 digits. Each digit has 10 digits. It's 6 digits. No way it's each of these 6. Why would you
Yeah, I
take
think it's the financial accounting. Just something to do with.
Yeah, so
Yes.
that's the rest of the day.
You have 0. I just did the 10.
This is a no, I just said it. If you do that.
I feel like it's easier than.
I don't know what we do for this one.
We'll see what he says.
I don't know what it is, but I don't know what that was.
But you can't. Okay, for the first one, isn't it a million?
Yeah.
Told you. Okay, no, we didn't. I wasn't disagreeing with that.
What's the one?
That's ridiculous. What's this?
Hard to imagine.
You would. You would.
She said what you was going to get. Jesus.
I just wrote this topic.
Good time.
You said long division.
I'm having a hard time with long
Long
division.
division.
Wait, I'm having a hard time with long
That's what he
division.
said.
This is right. I'm doing this other division. And I got, we'll get the other guys. Wait, I got
And I think it's the
66.
first one that you wrote.
Yeah, it's the first one.
Wait. I'm not sure. I think it was a little bit like.
Combination. Order matter.
Because like you said, it was wrong. That's how I wrote it. Like you write it on the calculator.
So what you
Yeah,
should
so
do
the combination, so it'll give you that.
is that if we have plus and minus together, that becomes just a minus. So
Yeah.
this is negative 10 minus 7. Negative together, plus, right? Signs are the same, you add, signs are different, you subtract. Just go through the honest, we'll give you for right now, let's just be honest. Run through this, what's the answer?
So like for your it'd be like 6.
Casey, David, y'all ready? All right, so with this one, we got x minus 6. We got x cubed plus 5x squared plus 0x minus 4. Yeah. X goes to x cubed, x squared times. This becomes a plus. This is 11x squared. X goes into 11x squared, 11x times. When you subtract, this becomes negative, this becomes positive. X goes into 66x, 66 times. I believe that 66 times 6 is 396. I'm not 100% positive. Let me stop lying. Yeah, I am. 392. You got it?
Yeah, I got that.
And Casey?
Because I got negative 66.
Well, it would have been negative 66 until you subtracted, and then that negative 66 would have turned into a positive 66. It would have been negative 66 to start with.
Yeah, but then if you, I thought.
And then when you subtract, you got to subtract the negative 66, and that becomes positive 66. See 11. You got 11 here, yes? 11 minus 6 is negative 66, yes? Okay. Now, when you subtract, this becomes negative, this becomes positive. It's got to be a positive 66.
Okay, I completely forgot, yeah. I just saw the negative.
I mean, to be fair, signs are.
To be fair, signs are great. Had to do something evil.
Okay, we're trying to remember.
I think my boy Quinn came in first place again.
Yeah, he's on, I see him driving. I don't.
Evidently, he's really good. Like, he comes in first place all the
No,
time.
yeah, I see him, he does pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Write the equation that has zeros. 0, 5. And negative 1/2, yes? Now, if I go back to what they would have been as factors, this would have been x, this would have been x minus 5, this would have been 2x plus 1. Do you agree? That's what it would have been if I had to put them all back to equal 0 again. So, what you have is x minus 5, 2x plus 1. That's not too hard. All you got to do is distribute. Can I save time?
Yeah, go ahead.
2x squared plus 9x, or excuse me, minus 9x minus 5 times x. 2x cubed minus 9x squared minus 5x is the equation. Yeah? We good? Now. Casey, did you get that one?
Yeah, I got him.
Okay.
I just made a mistake on the.
All right, should we leave long division or do we need to do another one?
Maybe another one.
Okay. Okay. Then let's do You sure you want to leave? This is good shit right here now.
I gotta go to a meeting right now.
You got a meeting
Yeah.
for STEM Club?
It, sort of.
Okay. STEM Club meeting right now. Find all zeros given x equals -1 is a 0. All right. You can't use your calculator though, Tanisha.
Okay, so calculate.
No, you gotta do it by yourself.
Okay.
It'll make you better. I mean, so on the test, just so you understand, on the test you can, but you don't want to be every time you got to do a problem have to use a calculator because it's going to slow you down and you're going to take forever. Okay, on my test it doesn't matter because they're at home and you get to have plenty of time. But otherwise, you don't want to do that because you will get way too bogged down. How many unique codes possible? A million. Right? 10 for each one becomes 10 raised to the 6. How about this one? Assume the numbers cannot repeat. How do you do it?
I did, it was 10, the math, the NPR thing, and then 6.
It is 10 NPR 6. It is a permutation, not a combination. If the order didn't matter, it'd be a combination. But since the order does matter, it is a permutation. Why does the order matter? Because I assure you, if I had typed in 2, 4, 6, 7, 2, 1, it wasn't going to clear it off. Right? I mean, you got to type in exactly the way it gives it to you. So 2, 4, or 6, the order matters. And so you get 10p6. Okay.
What the number behind that, or just 10p6?
Whatever the number is, amount of calculator file.
15, 12, 00.
15, 12, 00?
Yep.
So 151,200?
Yep.
It knocks off quite a few if you don't get to repeat the numbers. And you go from a million combinations to 151,000. Okay. We good on that? Everybody good on that?
See you later, Mr. Director.
Peace. All right, we're doing a survey on who drinks coffee. Alyssa, you drink coffee?
No.
Oh, you're part of that 12.
Yeah.
Madison, you drink coffee?
Yeah.
Lexus? It's like that's such a girl
And
thing.
she has her eyes covered.
Yeah, exactly, right? All right.
The only change is Wednesday. Yeah. Yeah, all.
Oh, okay, I get what you're saying.
Casey, you ready? You're still working.
Just if you get some fun up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, just like the last time I did it, like, I put it on there, and we used to buy it.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, okay, but I'll just.
Sign in front,
I'll
please.
just look, okay.
Mhm.
We're on the 18th. What is the sign? Positive. What's this? So it's end of. So we get. What do you get? 18 minus 41. 41 minus 18. 41 minus 18. You can borrow, right? Once you borrow, I think you're free.
Yeah.
That's one of them.
Oh, we figured it.
Yeah, what is it?
Yeah, I think all of them just said the original one we can't do
Now,
anything.
what's your mind?
Ah, yeah, you're right.
You also count up. You can count down or count up. Alright, so it's 23. Plus 100.
No, but I kind of, it's not good.
So when I say put a plus on it, it's usually what you do. If I see negative like this, line them together, one big plus that. Okay, now sign on this one is. Sign on this one is. Same difference. Three is.
I'm serious, I know the thing.
Sign here.
They did, I made it.
Oh, you watched the video?
Yeah.
I just wanted to do that.
And then everyone came out and then, that's where he
Sign on this one.
I need to start working on that.
That's what I did next week. And then, I'm gonna do them on.
Maybe I'm gonna do like the review first, that's the way, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
And then I'll do the work. Like, usually when I try to do the work, it's like early in the week, but I usually have to shade it to Wednesday.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, maybe it's like let's say what we do.
That's woman.
Like, it had me with all of them. And I'm like, how did I change it? But
So you got 40 minus 1. 40 minus 1 is, you got $40 and $1. What do you get left? Very good. Not something different. Well done.
especially
Well, the negative sign there.
It's like it took everything. We don't know what to do. I do like the protection games. I love them.
Yeah. Okay, so you get
Yeah.
the ones that sometimes get me. I like the percentage. I actually like this better than the first one.
because when you use a calculator, you can
Yeah,
just.
it's not that bad.
Yeah. And it is cool if they have some.
You want to learn the rules of something, not keep the rule.
And sometimes it's like random. Yeah,
It's like the sleeves thing.
All right, Casey. Casey, you ready?
I think so.
X minus 4 minus 3x squared plus 0x plus 7. X goes into x cubed, x squared times. Minus 4x squared. Subtract, this becomes positive. This is x squared plus 0x. Yes? 1 minute, please. All right. X goes into x squared. X times. X squared minus 4x. Add 4x plus 7. X goes into 4x 4 times. 4x minus 16, yeah? Subtract, this becomes positive, this is 23. Casey, did you get it? Please tell me you got it.
Oh, yeah, I got it.
Thank God. No offense, Casey, I wasn't ready to do another one of those.
I know.
All right, but I would. I mean, for you, I would.
No, I got it.
For you, I would. For Jesus, not so much. I'm just kidding, Jesus. I'd do it for you too. Let's just be honest, so we don't have to.
Definitely would do it.
No, I would. Jesus is a good guy, and I got him in 2 classes, so he's a good guy. All right. -1. Did you get this one? What did you do?
I did x minus 1 in one parenthesis, and then I kind of like.
Okay, well, you can't do x minus 1 because it'd be x plus 1. If it were -1 is the 0, then it's x plus 1 is the factor. You gotta adjust the sign.
Okay.
All right.
And then I got, in the other one, I put x squared plus 7x plus 5.
Well, I don't know. You jacked up all the other stuff, so who knows?
Yeah, I'm trying to fix it.
All right. So here's what we're gonna do. Let me just show you how I would do it. Because I usually have pretty good ideas when it comes to this stuff sometimes.
Yeah.
I know that negative 1's is 0. 1, 7, 5, negative 1, yeah? So this is 1, this is negative 1, this is 6, this is negative 6, this is negative 1, this is positive 1. Bam, we're done. Right?
Yeah.
Huh?
I could have done that.
Then this would have become x squared plus 6x minus 1, yeah? Now that, I would either try to factor or use quadratic formula. It's not going to factor clearly. So, negative 6 plus or minus the square root of 36 minus 4 times a times c, all over 2 times a. Negative 6 plus or minus the square root of, that looks like 40 over 2, which is negative 6 plus or minus the square root of, 2 square roots of 10 over 2, which is negative 3 plus or minus the square root of 10. And those are your other two zeros. You good?
Yeah, I try to do that like, I don't know.
All right. Casey, we good? All right, I'm going to leave you with that. All right? I'm going to leave you with that. Unless you have something else, you want to do another, we can do another one. You want to do another long division? It doesn't matter to me. We're going to be done in about another 20 minutes or so. But I can give you another problem if you want to look at another one. Okay. Which type would you like to see? I mean, we've been doing a lot of stuff.
Like, I think I'm okay with the long division. I just have to like focus and make sure, but maybe the ones where it's final zeros.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's do this. Let's do this. This is a real challenging one. She'll teach you to never ask to do another one. Hey Jake, so David tells me, you might get mad at me for telling the story on camera, but so David tells me that the coach gets mad last week. Not the head coach, but the strength and conditioning coach. The one guy you probably don't want to piss off, right? Like, I mean, the head coach is probably number one. You don't want to piss him off. But strength and conditioning, and you got to do whatever they tell you to do because you're in the workout. So he says that they're walking towards the weight room, and the strength and conditioning coach says, y'all's attitudes are terrible. Because evidently they weren't excited enough to walk to the weight room. And says, do you want to fix it now or later? What would you have said?
That's a trick question. I wouldn't even answer it.
Would you have to?
I don't know.
Maybe you're on scholarship. When they ask you a question, you have to answer.
I would probably say no.
You would have said, no, you don't want to fix it now?
I would have said no. Like, because if you wait till later, they're gonna like. prepare
So
for it.
I think the answer is now as well.
Yeah.
So the kid said now. So instead of going to the weight room, they went straight to the field and had to do 30 up downs.
That's not.
I think it's pretty shitty.
Well, I'm not saying it's good, but I'm saying like
And so then the guy goes, y'all are dumbasses. And I'm thinking, well, I want to fix it now. Like, we ain't got to do all this. I can smile on my way to the weight room. He's like, no, you should have done it later. Because then I would have seen if your attitude had improved and we wouldn't have had to do it. And I was like,
later you would have came up with more stuff.
Yeah.
that's what I'm thinking.
That's what I'm.
Maybe it was just a trick question. It was like, you want to get punched in the eye, like right side or left side? Maybe either way it was going to suck. Anyway, it was quite funny. Here's your 30 up downs, Casey. That's the whole moral of the story. This is your 30 up downs. Write the equation with the zeros 5 and 2 plus I. See? Should have taken your ass home. All right. Alexis, are you ready? I can always tell how much filibustering I do by how many doodles Alexis draws on her paper. I clearly do not do enough work for Alexis because she doodles a lot, which means I talk too much. Probability of female.
3 out of 5 or 30 out of 50.
30 out of 50, which is 3 out of 5. Very good. Probability of yes?
24 out of 50.
24 out of 50 or?
20 or 12 out of 25.
Or 12 out of 25. Very good. Male and no. 14 out of 50, 7 out of 25. We agree? Female or yes?
36 out of 50.
36 out of 50, which is 18 out of 25. All right, those are good? Jake, you had those? Probability of male given yes, and is being a male and saying yes, are they independent? That's good. CC, that's good. It sounded bigger number. Just negative, right? Sounded bigger number, negative. Okay, nothing good down. Good. Now, here, 2 and 15, so much. 17 plus 4 is 21. That's good. Now, just negative, negative, and positive.
Wait,
You always want to do that. You got negative, negative,
Yeah,
and
no.
positive. Plus.
There's whatever. Because I always got
okay, that makes sense.
That makes sense, yeah, I just did it. The right is the bottom.
Yeah.
Let's not stop what we're doing. We're getting this for A's. We're supposed to keep doing. Negative, negative, positive, yes.
I got
That's 11
simplified.
minus 8, yes. This is plus. That's the same difference. That's what we do. Yeah. 11 minus 8 is. You got a bar, you got a bar already. 11 minus 8. Choices are got down, not up, not together. Okay, so it's our 8, 9, 10. What do you got? Same difference. Plus and minus, minus, right? The difference what you do. Minus 13. You count down, count up. You got it. What's correct? I would encourage you, these are part of the continue operations. My son's at basketball, plays football now, they play basketball, right? I used to make about 500 shots back. And I mean, I shoot 500 shots, somebody doesn't shoot like that, I don't get to make 500. You might have to shoot 700. I don't know how many he has to shoot, but he's got to make 500. I would encourage you to get to what you're doing is 25 or 30 days.
So, it won't affect me.
Stop struggling with this. Stop struggling with
So,
this. Because your issue is this. Your issue is this. That manifests itself inside of it. Does that make sense? And the thing is, you got to learn. You got to learn.
Well, I don't have to.
Okay, so you
Or
can't.
that does not let me.
Okay. Once you learn, you never forget. Now, you might not be as good at it if you don't do it for 8 years, but you'll be able to do it forever. Okay? So, just keep working. Okay? It'll go a long way to helping you, long term, get to where you can handle this. Let's try to get over the right? You'll get there. I promise you'll get there. Even when it feels like you won't, you will. By the way, whether it makes you feel better or makes you feel worse, I'm not for sure. Really much better. Even sometimes it doesn't feel like you are. You are. All right. Stats, we ready?
Yeah.
We sure? All right. Female given, yes. Female given, yes. Madison, go ahead.
Wait, it was female? I thought it was male.
Huh?
Are you saying me to say male giving?
That's what I said.
She said female.
Oh. Okay. Male given, yes. I like 1/4. 1/4 is a solid answer. Jake, what did you get?
Yeah, that was another.
1/3. How'd you get 1/3? Did you do 6 out of 18?
Yeah.
But there's 24 people total.
I flipped it. Like I did yes and then no. You see what I'm saying?
No.
Like
But whatever you say.
the yes column, so 18 is 6.
That's 24.
And then 6 out of 18. Did you pick on that?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
It's 24. If there are 6 males, that's 1/4. Now, being male and saying yes, independent. How do you know?
Because being a male doesn't automatically mean you could, yes.
That's not the working definition of independent, though. What does independent mean?
That one event doesn't rely on the other.
That part. So independent means one event does not influence the other one at all, right? So essentially, independent means the probability of A is equal to the probability of A given B. That means A and B are independent, right? Because knowing that B occurs doesn't change the probability of A. Well, probability of being a male is 2/5, yes? Probability of being a male given yes is 1/4. They're not the same. If they were the same, they'd be independent. If they're not, then if they're the same, they're independent. If they're not, they're dependent. All right. All right. Stats guys, you good? All right. I'm gonna leave you guys with that. Casey, this beat your butt. This one is x minus 5, yes?
Yes, I got that.
You got that?
Yes.
This one is x minus 2 plus I. You got that? I mean, in the same vein that you did this is x minus 5, you do this as x minus 2 plus I.
Yeah, I see what you're
But if 2 plus I is 0, so is 2 minus I. Thank you, ladies. All right. Now, this becomes x minus 2 minus I. You good? Now, you just gotta multiply that out.
Oh, is it? Okay. I thought it was a lot harder than that.
Oh, I think when you start multiplying that out, you'll realize it's a whole lot harder than it looks.
Yeah, okay.
Go ahead and try it.
Okay.
Let me check on my girl over here. Don't get frustrated. It's easy to say like negative 6 times 4 is negative 6. Negative 6 times 4 is 12. Negative 2. This is plus 3 or minus 3? This is plus 3 or plus 3. Okay. Now, which one do you do the most? Times 10 to okay, we can get 3x is positive negative. Positive. Okay, why is it negative? Negative 1. Negative 1 is negative, so it's negative, okay? So now you have 4 minus 24, right? So it's not the same with. So we did. Okay, so there's 1 on top, it's correct 4. 4 minus 4, we did. That's 0. That's 20, right? Okay, so positive negative. Which is base. So what sign is that? So negative 20. Minus 24. Okay. Equals 5x minus 7. Now we're going across the equal sign, yes? So before we go across the equal signs, we just got to do the same. When you go across the equal sign, we got to do the equal sign, right? So this is negative 3, over as a. Nope, not changing that sign. So you take this one over, you add 3x, add 3x. So that cancels, right? Negative and positive cancel. So 5x and 3x is what? Yeah. Minus 7. Yep, that's fine. 20. Now you gotta go across the equal sign. So that's a negative, you gotta do this. Okay, so that's now sign's the same over here. 27 is the same. Is that 7 or 9? So it's 27. Okay, so now let's answer. 9 by 8, 27 over here. You good? You can try to complete it.
Yeah.
Casey, what'd you get?
I got 5x cubed minus 25x squared.
Oh, there's no way.
I know, that's what I was thinking, but I don't.
All right. This is the secret weapon. How do you handle this? See, that looks ugly as heck, right?
Yeah.
But there's actually a way to do that pretty easy, if you know what you're looking for. We know I squared is -1, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, so what, if I had to multiply this out, what do you get?
A squared plus 5 squared plus, oh wait, negative 5 squared and then,
All right, what do you get?
A squared and then minus 1.
A squared minus I squared, yes? I squared is -1, so it's A squared plus 1, do you agree?
Yeah.
So the key here is to recognize that this is x minus 2 minus I times x minus 2 plus I, and that in this equation, x minus 2 becomes the A. That we just take this and we say this is A minus I and A plus I, which takes us to A squared plus 1. Does that make sense?
So yeah.
So essentially we're just dealing with the x minus 2 as one piece, as opposed to distributed trinomial. Distributed trinomial would be a pain in the ass. All right, but this is not bad because if A is x minus 2, then all you have to do is do x minus 2 squared plus 1. Yeah?
Okay, yeah, no. I see it. Okay, I see it now.
Right?
Yeah, I was confused with the eyes one.
All right, so now this becomes x squared minus 4x plus 4 plus 1, x squared minus 4x plus 5. All right, so now this piece becomes x squared minus 4x plus 5. And now you're home free, right? Now you can write down the answer. X cubed minus 9x squared plus 25x minus 25. That is simply, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, you got to do that distributive property there,
Yeah.
but that's essentially what you're seeing.
Ignore it. I'm gonna be honest. Okay.
No way, huh?
I mean, like, I literally, I didn't know what to do with the two.
I don't think your arch enemy would have gotten it either.
Yeah, he said he didn't know how to do it, and I was like, okay, I guess I'm fine with it. It's fine.
Yeah, that's a tough question.
Yeah.
That's what we're leading off with next time. So what we're leading off with is that. How do we write that? And then, how do I, because our ultimate next goal is, how do I take a polynomial and factor it and find all the zeros?
Oh, okay.
That's our next goal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that gets into the rational root test. That gets into the Scart's rule of signs. That gets into a whole series of things. Okay, but how do I find the equation if I have the zeros? Because if you can't find the equation when you have the zeros, you're probably not going to be able to get the zeros out of the equation.
Yeah.
Going backwards is easier than going forwards. In most cases.
Okay.
All right. I'm glad you waited.
Okay.
Come on, Tanisha, let's do it together. Okay, now it's positive here. So when it goes over, it's got to do what? That's 18. Future sign. Negative, right? Because there we go. Plus here. Now that you got to go to work. 27 minus 18 right over here. So far up. 17 here.
See what you're doing.
About that. So one up here. So 17 minus 8. You count down and count up. You go up. Take care, Jay. Good luck tonight. So if you're counting from 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 9. Does that make sense? Or you count backwards, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12. Use that count up, if I'm being honest. 1 minus 1 is 0, right? So this is 9. So 9 equals 8x. Divided by 8, divided by 8. That would be the answer, right? That's assume this part, right? So we reject this. Negative 5 times 7 is 8. Negative times 5 times negative 35. Right, so these two together. Go to the sheet. Just follow along. Yeah. 6x minus 8. Yeah. Minus 5x minus 35. Right? Equals 9x minus 18. Yeah. 6x minus 5x is x. Minus 8 minus 35. Signs the same or different? So you subtract and you add. You get 43. Right? Equals 9x minus 18. Subtract 1x. Subtract 1x. Negative 43 equals 8x minus 18. 11, 12, 13. That's 5. 3 minus 1 is 2. And there, 25 equals 8x. Divide by 8. Divide by 8.
I always get the top.
This part. But what did you miss? Negatives and positives, right? And then combining like terms. See, here's my point, Tanisha. What math did you take in high school? Please don't. I mean, you can. Maybe I cried. I mean, I cried more than you realize, but it's okay. What math did you take in high school?
I think it was intermediate. I think it was pre-algebra.
Pre-algebra, algebra. But see, here's the point, okay? Look, a couple things. Number one, I never mind seeing people cry because at least it tells me you fucking care. Does that make sense? Let me turn this off for a second.